I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration that made ladies sing the blues. I'm the spark that makes your idea bright. The same spark that lights the dark so that you can know your left from your right. I am the ballad in your box, the bullet in the gun, the inner glow that let you know to call your brother son. The story that just begun, the promise of what's to come. And I'ma remain a soldier till the war is won. Chop, chop, chop. You gon' flip. Chop, chop, chop. You gon' flip. Chop, chop, chop. You gon' flip. Chop, chop, chop.
That's crispy.
What's going on, everybody? This is Friendly Neighbor Collector here, coming at you with another review, and this time it's going to be of the Overwatch Ultimates 2-pack of Ana and Soldier 76. Now, I was anticipating these figures for a while. Soldier 76 is my favorite character to play as an Overwatch, so I'm just happy to finally have a figure of him. And I'm going to say right now that these figures look really great. They are great for the price point. I can definitely see Hasbro's skill into how they made these figures, especially with the rise of Marvel Legends. They're getting better and better at making figures, and it does really show in the detailing of these two. So without further ado, let's get into the video. First things first, in the review we're going to start with Soldier 76. I am going to review both of the figures in the same video since they're in the same pack. First of all, let's take a look at the box real quick. This is one of the first of the boxes. Pretty cool artwork here. You can see the other characters that you'll get. Some are singles, some are 2-packs. I think the Rays is a single pack. Some information about them on the back. And then on the front, you get some more cool artwork. Obviously, they're not in the box. So here is Soldier 76, aka Grandpa 76, whatever you want to call him, Commander Morrison, whatever. So here he is, and I gotta say he's looking really good. The paintwork on this guy is really clean, especially on the jacket. I want to give you guys a quick view onto how it came out on his jacket right there. Lines are painted clean, no paint splotches whatsoever. I don't see any imperfections at all. The 76 is very clean on the back, as you can see. There might be some dust showing up on the camera, but very clean. There's maybe a little mark right there where the yellow is, but nothing really to compare to, since this is one of the first figures that they've came out with. Other paint here is just flat black, no wash. There's a little shading here on the metal, on the pants. So there's just a little detailing. Most of the paint here is just flat blue. There's some detailing there. And then let's take a look at the head sculpt. He's got the tactical visor and his gray hair. Pretty easy design. If I do say so myself, that they went with. You got his ammo right here for his repulsor blaster and his helix rockets. I'm going to show you that real quick. You do come with a helix rocket effect. The blue is kind of clear, just a little bit. It's kind of soft plastic, so it feels kind of cheap. And then there's the rockets at the end. And this actually plugs into the gun. Let me show you the gun real quick. Gun looks really game accurate. Maybe a wash would bring out the details in this, but overall looks pretty game accurate. And then if you want to plug in this to make it look like he just shot the helix rocket, you can plug it in the bottom right there. It's a pretty big gun. And then some other accessories he comes with are just two closed fists. So if you want to have him with a fist, you can do that. He actually does come with 2 trigger hands in the package, so it can hold the gun. And putting the hand on the gun is pretty easy. Goes in pretty well like that. And then you can actually have him hold it with both hands, if I can pose it correctly. 1 minute. So I got him into an iconic Soldier 76 pose right there. You can put both hands on him, no problem. It does have enough articulation. I will say, though, that it takes a little bit of time to get the hand just perfect in the gun. I also want to note that this piece right here is also floaty plastic, so it can move around. It's kind of a mildly soft plastic, so it can bend. Same thing with the belt and the holster. They're a little soft plastic, so they the gun's hard obviously, but the belt part is soft, so it can move around. So now let's get into the articulation. Probably the most important thing about this figure. First of all, I did get this just fresh out of the box, so I wanted to let you know that the joints might be a little hard to pose, but I did put them into some hot water. Now the head is on a ball joint. If you can see right there, it's on a ball joint and a swivel, so you can move his head all the way down like that. It's just a little stiff right now since he's brand new, but you can move his head all the way around like that. And the same thing with the swivel, you can move his head up and down, so pretty good articulation in the head. And then for the sides, he does have a butterfly joint, so you can move that in and out. You can't really see it that well because of this. Oh, there you go. I moved that other way. You can see right there. Moves in and out. Same thing for the other side. And then on the top is where it's going to hinder a little bit because of the shoulder pads. It can only go in that much. That's about all you're going to get, because of these pads right here, but it doesn't really bother me that much. I just want to let you guys know that's about as much movement right there. And then of course he gets a bicep swivel. I really do like how they designed the jacket, because it's very clean cut. It doesn't make it look weird or emaciated. It looks good. And then of course on the wrist you can swivel all around and you can hinge. And changing the wrist is very easy. Just plug them out right there, and then you can plug the fist in. So pretty easy. And then of course we get a double jointed arm, and the plastic feels pretty durable, pretty much like the Marvel Legends figures. If you are a collector of those, the plastic feels good, doesn't feel cheap or anything. And then he has two venues of articulation for the waist. He has a abdomen joint here, moves all the way around, and then he does have an ab crunch that moves all the way back, all the way in. So you can get a really good range of motion there. And they did continue the paint up to here for the jacket. When you pose him, you can still see it on the inside. There's a little bit of paint rub there, but you're not going to really see it too much to even notice it. And no waist twist because of, I'm guessing, this piece. Now for the hips are on ball joints. You can get his leg up this high for this leg. This leg you can get about right there. The only reason why you can't get it as high as this one is because it has the holster right there. There's a lot of stuff impeding it from moving more than you would want it to. So there's that. And then this is also floaty right here. It doesn't stick onto the leg, so you can move it around. Of course, he has double jointed knees, so that's perfect range of motion. You can get that much movement right there. And his legs do go out this much, so you can get him in a spread out pose. And on the bottom legs of the ankle, you get a ankle rocker and an ankle pivot. You can move all the way around. There are holes at the bottom, but he doesn't come with any display stand, so I'm guessing they're just there just cause. But overall, I think this figure right here is really good. I mean, unless Figma or SH Figure Arts or someone does another one, this is probably going to be the best one we have right now, because this is literally the only Soldier 76 figure that exists that's in this type of design. I know there's an Nendoroid and maybe a Funko and a statue, but as an articulated figure, I think this passes the mark. I do wish that maybe this might have been a little softer so you can move his leg up more, but I don't really have any complaints about that. Everything is pretty good. Maybe an unmasked head would have been pretty cool, but I don't think he's ever really shown his face unmasked with this design. But so that's Soldier 76 right there. Let's get into the other figure. I'll be honest right now, I don't really know much about Ana, but here she is. I don't think I've ever even played her in the game, but they did a really good job with her too, gotta say. All the detailing right here, and the her duty belt right here, her gear, this floating piece right here, painted pretty good. You got her bombs, whatever this is, on the strap. That's pretty good. Her mask is painted well. The purple right here looks good. The Overwatch symbol is painted clean. Her jacket's a very soft rubber piece, so you can pose it around pretty good. And then this is painted on pretty clean too, so both of the figures honestly are pretty well made. Then you got her feet right here. And then she also does come with two accessories. Her sniper rifle right here. And then you got her pistol. I'm going to be honest, I gotta tell you guys, I could not for the life of me get these in her hand. She comes with two hands with trigger fingers. She doesn't come with any other type of hands to hold the gun. So, I mean, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Maybe it's just because it's brand new, but I could not put these in here. I don't want to bag on the figure, say, just because I can't put the guns in her hand. That is bad. But that's definitely a miss right there. These figures are probably kind of very new, so maybe that's why, but here's your sniper. Also, really quick, I do want to note that it does come with a blast effect that you can take off. It's clear, and it pegs into the front of the sniper rifle to give the effect that she's shooting, so that's pretty cool. So she's pretty painted clean, looking good. So let's go ahead and get into the articulation. Her head is kind of hindered by the hood, of course, because it's rubber. But I want to note that the hood is not connected to the jacket. So you actually can move her head up and down as you would want to. Side to side. I'm guessing it's on the same joint as his. I didn't try to look, but I can see a disc right there. So it's definitely on a ball hinge. And then her arms do go around, swivels. They do go out. It's just a little tight right there because it's brand new. So her arms do go out right there. For this one, she has a single joint arm. I guess Hasbro likes to do this, having single jointed elbows for female figures, but whatever. She's got her swivel, hinge. I'm guessing this does come out, but there's no other hands to switch for that. I will give it to them though, they actually put a ab crunch on a female figure for the first time. They got the regular abdomen or articulation right there, and then she does move all the way around. See, if they can accomplish that with Marvel Legend figures, that would be amazing. So then her hips, she has these right here. They move all the way out, pretty good range. They're on ball hinges as well. So they swivel, they have a thigh cut right there. I will say they're a little hard to move around sometimes. Moving up, I feel like I'm gonna break it. But maybe that's just because it's brand new. But it doesn't want to quite go all the way up. It just kind of... Maybe that's just how the figure is. She does get double jointed knees. There's some padding right here on her knee pads. And then she does get a swivel on her foot and a rocker. So everything you got in the foot. I'm guessing that these legs are just need to be worked in, but they're seeming to be a little difficult to put up. So the Ana figure is pretty good. Not just because I'm biased to the character, but in all honesty, the Soldier 76 came out a little better than her. Here they are for height comparison. He's a little bigger than her, of course, just as in the game and the comics. He's a real big guy. I'm going to do some quick side comparisons here to show you how he holds up to other figures that you might have in your collection. So just for the sake of convenience, I got some size comparison here. These are the nearest figures I had with me. Gonna do a review of him soon. This is the demonical fit Goku Kaioken. As you can see, Soldier 76 is really tall, very tall, taller than him. And compared to Spider-Man, the Marvel Legends Pizza Spider-Man, they're about the same height. Just about the same height there. Maybe a little taller on the top of the head. Of course, Ana is a little shorter than everybody else. But there you go. So that's going to be it for the review, guys. Overall, I want to give these figures a 8.9 out of 10. Everything was really clean with the paint job and the articulation. The Ana whatsoever had some little problems with the knees, but overall she's a good figure. It was kind of hard to put the gun in her hand. As for Soldier, he's a straight 10 out of 10. Maybe a little bit better if the belt was a little softer, but if you're an Overwatch fan, if you're a fan of these figures, if you're a fan of these characters, if you're a fan of the game, I definitely do recommend these figures. These are looking very promising, and I think that you should buy them if you enjoy the game and if you enjoy the characters. So that's going to be it for the review. Stay tuned for some pictures at the end of the video, and do see my Instagram. I'm going to be posting those pictures there, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.